Hi, Duke Energy. My name is Elliott Smith, and I'm going to go over a situation where I utilize design thinking to make some things happen. So, I work for a manufacturing company that assembled trash, recyclable, and yard waste containers. And we use scanners to track the work. So, we would go to a city, assemble containers, scan them, go to the next house, scan again, so forth and so on. Now, a large amount of our scanners stopped working one day, and this was something that was anticipated, but it happened a little sooner than later. So I was part of the technology team, and sales and operations came to us and said, "Hey, we have a huge job coming up soon. We need something that can track these containers." So that was the problem at hand. We presented a few different options. We went over a few different options, had a couple of meetings about it, and we realized that certain things were not within budget. Uh, then lo and behold, we realized, hey, we have these tablets here, and I think that they'll come in handy. Now, the reason that was said, when I first started there, I did a lot of observation, just learning the business in general, and I had a chance to do some research, some user research. Uh, Mainly with the workers using the scanners, learning about how everything is assembled and distributed. And I realized that the scanners were just kind of not the best option. That's what I thought. Observing and then talking, doing some interviews, a lot of the workers agreed, yeah, this isn't, they're hard to use, they're hard to look at with the screen, the buttons are small. So I saw a few issues that kind of defied a lot of design principles. So I mentioned this to the stakeholders, and the biggest objection was they didn't want to do something. They didn't want to use something besides scanners. That's what they were used to. They couldn't quite see using a tablet or something else. So we had to, we can show you better than we can tell you. That's something I know. A football coach that would always tell me that I can show you better than I can tell you. So I did a few sketches. We did a couple prototypes. We ultimately used Microsoft Access, a form on top of Access to that was pretty much the app to actually track the work. So we put together a prototype, tested it out, did some more research. Actually, spoke with a few additional guys that use the scanners, did some tests, some usability tests, iterated, had a couple problems, did some iterations, and we had a finished product. And just initially, immediately rather, we realized, yeah, this is gonna work. The targets were bigger, the screen was easier to see, easier to hold. It was more weather resistant, we found, so we tested it in some cold weather, and it worked. Everything worked out. We were able to sell operations, and the head of operations rather, in sales on it. They had their objections, but once they saw the actual outcome, they were like, okay, you know what? Yeah, this. I think you guys may be onto something here. So we went out, used it in production, and everything went very well. We were able to. We didn't have any misfires. That was an issue with these scanners. It's a bit more manual, but sometimes making something more manual makes it a little better in terms of making being sure that it's being done right. So that's a small sacrifice to pay, but ultimately, it really kind of made it more usable. The guys actually liked the fact that they had to put in certain addresses, and we had it set up with the search where you start typing something in and the information will come up. So that's something that we took in consideration while doing testing. Usability testing is super important, and I saw it live there. So the biggest thing I brought from this was there's a lot of empathy involved doing user research. It works. It's needed. We're able to empathize with the workers and design a product that they could use that was very usable and help their productivity when it was all said and done. So yeah, that was my walk down memory lane, utilizing design thinking.